Welcome to this live broadcast with my little joystick in my hand. So, oh my God, I'm gonna wait till a few people get in here so they can hear this rant about lazy people. I just love lazy people. All right, this country loves lazy people. All right, it really does. Actually, the country doesn't like lazy people, but the country's full of lazy people. Lazy people are why we have an immigration problem. Now, I'm not distinguishing between black and white and being racist or stereotypical or anything else, but I'm down here working in the South. If you didn't know, I'm down in North Kakalaki, North Carolina. Down east, as a matter of fact, where they grow a lot of sweet potatoes, watermelons, peppers, cucumbers, wheat, soybeans, corn, cotton, and tobacco. Tobacco. All right, so tobacco, I'm going to show a tobacco primer on my channel. When I'm done baling this wheat straw, I'm gonna start posting regular videos again. But and I'm sure you'll all be enjoying them because there's a lot of really different things that you will not see in other farming channels, and it's just really interesting. So it's interesting stuff. I've never seen a tobacco primer work uh, other than on YouTube, and it was a very poorly done video. It's just a music video. But now that I see we've got a couple of hundred people here watching, I'm going to talk about the reason we have illegal immigration and the reason why the politicians will not clamp down on illegal immigration. Okay, so, oh, all right. Back in the 1960s, we had the equal rights movement, which I agree with. I think everybody that lives in this country does have equal opportunity and equal rights. They should anyway. If they don't, I'm sorry about your luck. I believe that there is equal rights everywhere in this country, and I support that. The problem is, during the equal rights movement, or maybe shortly thereafter, they started a very easy program to well, it wasn't an easy program, but it was a destructive program known as the welfare system. And yes, I know I've talked about this before, and a lot of people will just poo-poo this video and say, "Oh, you're just anti, lazy people." Well, that's true. I am anti-lazy people. What I am is anti-give shit away for free. When you give shit away for free, you teach generations that you don't have to do anything for yourself because the government will take care of your lazy ass. And that's just the way it is here. Anyway, definitely the way it is here in North Carolina because I'm a witness to it. I hope I can keep my stream going during this. Oh my God. You have no idea. These fields are so fucking rough. This guy needs to come into Jesus moment here. Like, I don't know how to. This dude does not know how to level out fields of wheat or of ground. Just doesn't know how to do it. All right, so the welfare system is implemented, and in the beginning, it was kind of as a crutch to people that, you know, were less fortunate. It was just a crutch, and then it became a career, and that career turned into a family affair, and before you know it, we have generational welfare. Generational welfare does nothing for the community. It does nothing but creates voters, a voting bloc. Now, who put in welfare? The Democrats did. Now, the Democrats like power, just like Republicans and any other person, but anybody else in that position of power, because power equals money. All right? So, you don't know any poor politicians, do you? I don't. Politicians are rich, wealthy people. They start out going to college, piss poor and broke. They end their careers as old men and old white men and old white women. So uber wealthy because they have their finger on the button of the world. We need money, so we see, you cannot directly, as a politician, you can't directly benefit from, say, a war or a pandemic or any of these other things. So what you do before these things happen, because they're privy to information that us normal folk don't have. Somebody just gave me something. What is that? Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the hell was that? $30. Thanks for being you. Oh, thank you. That's cool. I never saw that before. That was probably one of the coolest things I ever saw on YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick rest here. My back hurts. So politicians can't directly benefit from and I'm making a cardinal sin. I never drink this, but I'm dehydrated. But they can own companies that directly benefit. They can own secondary companies. So if you have a company that builds weapons of mass destruction, and you need to use those weapons of mass destruction, what you do is you buy the tool company that makes the machines that make the weapons of mass destruction, and then something happens in, say, Southeast Asia, Vietnam. There was a lot of people benefited from that. The Gulf War, Desert Shield, Desert Storm, Iraq, Afghanistan, and all these things, and these machines of war need to be built, and technologies need to be built, and politicians like, let's use a Republican, Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney had interest in companies that built metal detectors before the Twin Towers, the Pentagon, and other, the field out in Pennsylvania got bombed, and now he owns a company that builds components to metal detectors that you walk through and stuff. The fancy ones where you hold your arms up like that and you woo woo and look really cool. Well, Dick Cheney has money. Every time you go through one of those suckers, he's getting money. Him and his family, anyway. So that's how that shit works. The welfare system's kind of the same way. See, when you get people that just abuse the system and, they're in the system and they abuse the system, they need people to keep them there. So when they gain power in both the House, the Congress, and the presidency, in which they have many times, like under the Obama years and the Clinton years, they had it. In the first term, second term of Bill Clinton, it was a Republican House and a Democratic Senate, so controlled Senate. So there you had that impeachment process for Bill Clinton, which failed in the Senate because if it was a full Republican Senate, he probably would have been removed from office. And that just gets them off. I mean, those politicians just love that power. Look at Nancy Pelosi. We filed the articles of impeachment, and then we didn't take them up to the Senate until the pens were made out so she could have that historic moment and be cemented in some stone someplace in Democrat hell. But the welfare system is that. We've got generational welfare. And I'm going to say right here, blacks here don't work. Not all blacks don't work, but the vast majority of blacks here do not work. And when you have farms like this farmer that I'm working for right now, you need labor. You need laborers. White kids don't work either. Not in these types of jobs. You don't see white people. You don't even see white people in tractors unless it's a family farm. You see Mexicans or South Americans. I should just say South and Central Americans, even though there's no such thing as a Central America, but you have Mexico and beyond. Mexico is part of North America, and then that little region between South America and North America that they're calling that Central America, even though that is not a thing. It is actually just a region. Guatemala, Honduras, and all those are down in there. And they make their way up through Mexico to come here because the farmers here and other people here need people to work the fields. The blacks are lazy. They're not going to work. They'll sit on their porch, collect a welfare check. And I got video of this, and I wish I had turned my camera on faster, but there was no less than 15 kids come out of a trailer that was stacked so high with garbage in the back, and I'll show that later. And the kids seemed pretty happy, dancing around, jumping in green swimming pool water. It was disgusting. I didn't see too many of them go running into the house, take a piss. They just pissed right in the swimming pool where the other 16 kids were in. It's just crazy. But they don't work. Now the Mexicans, we're calling them Mexicans, but the South Americans or the Latino community that has now moved up in here, they're taking over the labor jobs, the physical labor jobs, and it's kind of sad to see it. I think the welfare system needs to be changed, and I mean changed in a way that benefits people that are on it as much as the people that are paying for it. Meaning, I don't mind paying for something if I get something back out of it, right? Isn't that how things work? You go to the store and you're thirsty, you buy a Gatorade, you drink it, you're no longer thirsty. You spent your money, you drank the product, now you're not thirsty anymore, at least for 10 minutes till that salt that's in there gets you, and then you got to drink more, that's what it's designed for. I do have water here, or I did have water here, but I had to throw it out because the seat kept smacking the top of the thermos. So that's how the welfare system should work. I pay into it, and the people that are receiving it, even though they will never work for me, or maybe I will never directly benefit from them, but the society that puts into it will, because as they graduate from the welfare system, meaning I'm not saying strictly from school, but tech schools and re-education, they will start to contribute to society, and then my tax bill will go down in a perfect society. But here in the great United States, where they will just take more taxes because, we got to line our pockets. What was it, 28th Amendment, I think, to the U.S. Constitution gave the power to House and Senate to give themselves raises, and it went unopposed. Isn't that crazy? I mean, isn't that crazy? They amended the U.S. Constitution to give themselves raises. I think we should have voted on the raises, not, oh, you're doing a great job, let's give ourselves a raise. Oh, under the pandemic, let's make millions of people stop working, but we'll continue to get paid and do nothing for 2 months because we suck. Yeah, it should be the power of the people. The people should have made that choice for them, not them make the choice for us. That's not how it's supposed to work. I was privy to be down in the state capital of New Jersey a few years back, and there was a politician. Her name was, well, God, what the hell was her name now? She only lived right up the road, and she said to me, she says, "You're in my house, get out." I was in the state capital. She's a politician. She's supposed to work for me. She's in my district, and she kicked me and my dad out of her house. Well, I said to her, I said, "This isn't your house, this is the people's house, and if you think it's your house, then you are gravely mistaken." And they passed laws to get through what they wanted to get through, which canceled out the laws that we were following, and that we lost because the cards were stacked against us. So lazy people that don't work because they're on welfare, because of the government, they are the voting bloc that gets the politicians elected, which that particular, so that they can get through. They can get here to work and be free, and then they become emancipated and indoctrinated into the United States, where they get free paperwork, free driver's license, free voting card, and then those people that are taking the place of the black community that's too lazy, the white community that's too lazy to work, they take that place, and then they vote in more politicians that do what they want, because they want money. More. So that's how it works. Anyway, I guess I'm done. My wife has tried to call me, and this is the rant for today. I got a lot of video, and it will be coming up as soon as I'm done with this job. Well, I might post something tomorrow. I just actually found a hill where there was Wi-Fi. Thanks for watching. See you next time.